Hello, welcome to the session related to online examinations. I am going to present you various features of Google Quiz associated with online objective as well as subjective assessment that will help you to convert your traditional pen and paper based exam in an online mode in seamless manner. In this video, I am discussing about how to set Google Quiz with mathematical equations from the scratch. I will show you what are the add-ons you have to install if you want to add mathematical expression in Google Quiz, and also about the add-on to set time limit in Google Quiz. You can use these add-ons to write mathematical expression in Google Classroom quizzes, that is in Google Form. This will also work for Google Slide. You can write mathematical equations on your presentation, or even you can use this add-on in Google Docs. So to create the Google Quiz, first let us move to Google Form creation. For that, first log in into your Google account or your Gmail account. Now I have logged in into my Gmail account. First of all, you need to click on this top right corner on these 9 dots. Then click on this drive and then click on new button. Then you click on this Google Forms. Once you click on this Google Form, this page will appear. So here, first of all, we will write the title for the form. So we will write here class test for, write the subject name or subject code. This is just a file name for your Google form. So this is the file name of your Google form. Now to convert this Google form into Google Quiz, first of all, we have to go to this settings. So go to settings. Here you can see quizzes. So click on quizzes. You will get this tab here, make this a quiz. So click on this. Then you will get two options, quiz options, release grade. How to release the grades? Immediately after each submission or later after manual review. So this first option is useful if you are setting your paper MCQ type. So if all the questions are MCQ type, then you can immediately release your grade. But if your quiz content essay type question, then you have to click on this later after manual review. So since I want to set my question paper MCQ type, I will click on immediately after each submission. Then you have to go to this general. Here, what you can do, you can collect email addresses and then you click on this limit to 1 response. After that, you click on this presentation. Here, if you want to shuffle the question order, then you click on this tab, Shuffle Question Order, and then click on Save. Once you complete the setting of the quiz, then you can start typing the questions for your quiz. You can add here form description. If you want to add some instructions for the students, then you can click on this T symbol. So here you can write down whatever instructions you want to give to your students. Then you can add the questions. For adding question, this plus symbol is there. So if you click on this, you can see that here you have options, short answer, paragraph, multiple choice, check boxes, drop down. Then you can also upload the file, linear scale, and multiple choice grid. So these are the options available to set the question for your quiz. First two options, that is short answer. This short answer you can use for writing student's name or student's ID, etc. This paragraph option you can use to write the essay type questions, and all MCQ type questions, for that you can use all other options. So this is for descriptive questions and this is for writing student's name, etc. And for MCQ you can use all other options. Then you can also import the questions. If you have other Google Forms available, then you can also import the questions. This is to write some description or instruction for students. This symbol is to add the images. That is, if you want to add some sketches or graphs, etc., you can use this add image option. Then this is for adding the videos. And this one is for adding the section. For example, if you want to keep the personal information of the students separate, then you can make the section, first section for student information, and after that you add section. If you add section, here you can see the second section. This is first section for writing student's name, then student's ID, etc. And from this onward you can start your typing the test questions. So this is how you can use all these tabs available here. So once you complete typing your quiz questions, then this file will be available in your drive here. So you can always click on this and you can see what are the questions you have set for your test. Now I have created one quiz here, revision quiz. So you can add here short answer type question. You can type name of the student. So student can write his or her name here. Then you have to make this tab like this. So this will be a required field. Next, you can add student's ID. This is also a short answer type question. Student's ID, make this also required. Then we don't want to give any marks for these questions, so don't write any point here. Next, if you want, you can add mobile number. Then you can start typing the question. Once you write the question, then you have to select here which type of question it is, whether it is multiple choice, checkbox type, drop down type, what is the type of that question. So it is multiple choice question, so I will click here and I will add the options here. After that, you have to write the marks. What are the marks for this question? So I am giving 1 point here. And after that, you have to write, you have to click on this correct answer so that it will be automatically checked by the Google quiz. So this is the correct answer for this question. So this is how we can add the answers and the marks for that question. Now you can observe the difference between these options here. This is multiple choice question. Here there are circles, whereas here there are squares. So this is checkbox type questions. So here there are multiple answers. So you can give the marks accordingly. So these two answers are correct here. So I have marked these correct answers, and this is called as checkbox type question. This is MCQ type question with circle mark. With square mark, it is checkbox type question. Next is true false type question. So you can add here and then you can select from here if you want to write true or false as a option. Give the marks and don't forget to make it required. And then choose the correct answer, give the marks. After that, you can set this question paper like this. Once you set the question paper, suppose you want to preview this. So click on this eye symbol. If you click on this eye symbol, you can see here how the student can see this quiz. This is a revision quiz, email address, student's name, student's ID, mobile number. Then these are the questions, and then the student will get the button submit. So this is how student can submit the quiz. Now I will explain you how you can add the mathematical expression in your quiz. For that we have to install one of the add-ons. So let us see what is that add-on by which you can add the mathematical expression in your quiz. Suppose you want to add this mathematical equation in your Google quiz. So it is not possible to just copy and paste this equation in the Google quiz. To add the mathematical equation in Google quizzes, there are many add-ons available. Some are paid while some are free. So here we will be using add-on called Hypatia. I prefer Hypatia because it is free, and other important reason is writing equation in Hypatia is very similar to MS Word, and most of us are familiar with MS Word equations. So now let us see how to install this Hypatia. For that, first go to these three dots, click on it, scroll down, you will get add-ons here. Click on add-ons. Then here you can search, type here Hypatia. So this is the spelling Hypatia. Click on it. So since I have already installed this, so you can see here this is installed Hypatia. Otherwise you have to install it, follow the procedure what is appeared on your screen. So this Hypatia is useful for this app. You can see here it is written that this app is used for docs as well as forms and for slides. So we can use this Hypatia add-ons to add the mathematical equations. So first install this app from here, then click on this cross. Once you install this add-on, you can see this symbol. Click on this symbol, you can see Hypatia here. So click on Hypatia. So you can see the window something like this. So sometimes you may see the box like this where only help is written. Then what you need to do is simply close this and click on this refresh button on your page. Click on this refresh icon because sometimes it happens that the add-on is stuck somewhere and you have to again click on the Hypatia and then you can start your work. Now I have clicked on this refresh button. Now let us see what happens. Just click on these add-ons. Here you can get the list of add-ons you have installed. So click on Hypatia. You will get these three options: Insert, Edit Math, Mini Editor and Help. We will select the first one because all the options are available in first option. So I will click on this. Once you click on this, you will get the message like this: Welcome to Hypatia. Then you will get the procedure for inserting equations in your quiz. So you can read it in the beginning unless you are confident. Please don't click on this. Don't show again. Otherwise it will not appear again. So this is very important, how to insert the equation in your Google quiz. So read this and then click on continue. Once you click on continue, now this is the Hypatia editor, which is much similar to the word editor, word equation editor. Now suppose you want to write an equation. There are few options here. So let us see one by one. So click on this x square. So you can see here commonly used mathematical expressions, right? Like square root, d by dx, sine, cos, etc. All these mathematical symbols you can see here. Then if you click on this sign, you will get trigonometrical sine, cos, tan, etc. Then if you click on this plus minus, then you can get various mathematical symbols which we can use in mathematical expressions. If you click on this pi symbol, then you can see here various Greek notations available here, alpha, beta, gamma, etc. Then click on this arrow, then you can see here arrows and other symbols available to use in the mathematical equations. If you click on this, you can see the units for length, volume, time, etc. for area. So millimeter, centimeter, second, minute, etc. Then if you click on this, you can see various types of parentheses available to write the equation. Then if you click on these dots, you can see the matrices. So you can add the matrices using these available in the Hypatia. Then if you want to add some comment to your equations, then you can add the comment using this. And suppose after writing the equation, if you want to increase the font size, then you can increase the font size from here. So these are the various options available to write the equations in Hypatia. So let us write one equation. Let us try to write one equation using these symbols. Now let us try to write this equation dy by dx is equal to x sine y plus y sine x in Hypatia. Now let us see how to type it. So I want to type dy by dx. So click on this x square. So here we have this symbol. So you write here dy by dx is equal to x sine y plus y sine x. So this is how we can type the equation in Hypatia. Now let us see how we can take this equation into our Google quiz. So to insert this equation in Google quiz, you have to click on this create link here, create link button. Just click on it. You will get one link here. So what you have to do, you have to click on Control C. So just copy this, or you right click it and copy, or Control C. So link successfully copied to clipboard. Use insert image. So let us insert this in our Google quiz. So click on this cross here, close this. And now I want to add that equation in my quiz. Suppose I want to add that equation in this question. So what I will do, I will click here, click on this symbol, then here click on by URL, and at this place you can click on paste. Right click and click on paste or Control V. So you can see this equation here. Then click on insert image. Once you click on insert image, this equation will be inserted in your question. In same way, if there are equations in your options, you can add from this. Click on image and then you can add these equations to your questions. So this is how we can use the Hypatia to add the mathematical equations in your Google quiz. Now we will see how to add the image in your Google quiz. Suppose this is the question where I want to add the image. So let us see how I can add the image to the question. Suppose I have a question which has image. Let us see the question. Refer the figure to answer the question. And now I want to add one figure here to answer the question, and then I will give the options. So for that I will click on this symbol. So click here and then browse. Then select that figure where it is and then open. Once you open it, it will be inserted in the question. So you can resize this as per your requirement, and then you can add the question, modify the questions, and then you can add the options for this. You can give the marks here and make it required. So this is how we can add graphs or the sketches in your Google quiz. So Hypatia is a very useful add-on to set the question papers having mathematical expressions. Now we will see how to set the time limit for Google quiz. For setting the time limit for Google quiz, we have to first install one add-on. So to install one add-on, you have to click on these three dots here, then scroll down and click on add-ons. Then here you have to search for form limiter, FORM, form limiter. So this is that add-on which we have to use for setting the time limit. So install this. So click on this and then click on install and then follow the instructions whatever appear on your screen. So once you click on install, you will get this page where you have to give some permissions to this. Then you click on this allow. So form limiter has been installed. So click on this cross, close this. So form limiter is available now here on the right hand side. Now let us see how to use this form limiter. So close this first. Now this is our quiz where we want to give the time limit. So here click on this, select, click on date and time, and then here you can select the date and time. So you can set the due date using this. So click on select date. Suppose you want due date to be 22nd. Select time. If you want to conduct the test for 1 hour, so I will give your time for submission. Say the test is from 11 to 12 or 10 to 11. So due date and due time is 11 AM. So I will select here 11 AM and click on set. So the message when submissions are closed, so at 11 AM what the message student can get is This form is no longer accepting responses and has been set to automatically close by the teacher. So student cannot submit their quizzes after 11 a.m. So this is how we can give the time limit for our uh, Google quiz. In Google quiz, it is possible to shuffle the order of the questions as well as the order of the options. We have already seen how to shuffle the order of the question from this setting menu. From setting, if you go to presentation, here you can see shuffle question order. So if you click on this, so you will get this option shuffle question order. So suppose you want to shuffle these options also, then what you can do, you can click on these three dots here, and here you have the option shuffle option order. If you click on this, then each student will get different order for the options. So this is how we can shuffle questions as well as shuffle option order in Google Quiz. Suppose you want to rearrange this question, then you can click on this and then you can take this question wherever you want. You can shift this question as per your requirement. So this is how you can set your Google quiz. Now once the quiz is over, you can see here how many students have submitted your quiz. So if you click on these responses, you can see here 69 students have submitted this quiz. So now you can analyze these results. So let us see how to analyze the result. What you can see in these responses. So here, suppose you want to stop accepting the responses, then you can click on this. When you click on this, nobody can submit their response. Nobody can submit their quiz. So this is one button which is very useful for closing your quiz. Then if you want to see the result, this is the email ID and this is the score out of 10 the student has get. So here you can see here you can get the analysis question wise. So suppose this is the question, you can see that out of 69, 52 student has answered it correctly. Then second question, out of 69, 51 students have answered it correctly. So you can see the questions and its analysis. So in these responses, if you want to see the performance of individual student, then you can click on this individual. Once you click on individual, you can see the response of individual student. What are the answers written by individual student? So this is how we can check it. Now suppose you want your result in tabular form, you can always export this into Excel sheet. So click on this. Once you click on this, you will get the result something like this. So there are various fields available in this Excel form. So you can click on file and then go to download and then click on Microsoft Excel. Once you click on this Microsoft Excel, this file will be downloaded like this. So open this file. So this is the result now available. So it is very descriptive result of each student. What are the answers given by each student? Now what we want in tabular form, we want the name of the student, ID of the student and the score of the student. So we will remove all other fields which are not required. So just delete all unnecessary fields. So let us see how the how the result can be rearranged. Now I have removed all unnecessary fields, and now I can again rearrange this as per requirement. So I will rearrange like this. I want student ID on this side and score on this side. So I will just click on this, then cut, and here insert cut cell. Again I will cut this and I will shift it here. Now this is how we can rearrange our data in proper format. Now suppose you want to arrange this as per the roll number, then you can select this and then go to this data and select this sort. Sort by student's ID. So if you click on student's ID and OK, now you can see that this is rearranged as per the roll number. So this is how we can conduct the quiz. We can add mathematical equations, figures, etc. in the quiz, and we can get our result, quiz result, and we can tabulate the result. Suppose you want to add this quiz to your Google Classroom, then click on these 9 dots, go to your Google Classroom, select the class, go to classwork, select on create, quiz assignment, then give some title here, revision test 2. Write some instruction if you want to write. Then you can add from the Google Drive. Then you can select the quiz. The quiz is here. So select this quiz, insert. Once you click on insert, this quiz will be inserted here. You can give some marks here and give due date. If you want to add the dates, you can add here. You can add topic also if you want to add. And then you can also define the rubrics, how it will be checked. So this is how we can insert the Google quiz in Google Classroom. After that, you have to click on assign. Once you click on assign, this quiz will be assigned to all the students. So here we can see here, this quiz is now assigned to revision test 2. This quiz is assigned to 72 students. Now when the student will submit the assignment, we can see the numbers here. How many students have submitted the quiz. So this is how we can insert the Google quiz in Google Classroom. So we have seen how to share the Google quiz through Google Classroom. But suppose you don't have Google Classroom, then we have one more option, that we can send the link of this quiz to our student through WhatsApp. Now let us see how we can share the link to our student through WhatsApp. Now suppose this is the quiz I have created and I want to share this with my student through WhatsApp. So let us see how we can do this. So click on this send. So here you have 3 options. how to send this link to the student. So for that you can click on this middle one. So you will get the link. You click on this shorten URL. So you will get shorten URL. So copy this URL. So you can see this URL is copied to clipboard. So now you can use this URL. You can paste this URL to any your email or your WhatsApp group, and you can send this link to your students. So this is how we can share the link to our student of this Google quiz, and then student can click on this link and they can join this quiz through their mobile phone or through their WhatsApp, and they can attend the quiz. So in this video, we have seen how to conduct the online examination using Google Quiz. Here we have seen how to set the question which are mathematical and which contains mathematical expression using Hypatia. Then we have also seen how to set the time limit. For setting the time, we have add-on called as form limiters. And then we have also seen how to add the figures, graphs in the Google quiz. So thank you for watching this video. If you like the video, then please share it. Subscribe to my channel to stay connected. Thank you.